Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dr. Robinson again, and we are continuing to review for the Grade 7 New York State Mathematics exam. This is our show number 8, where we're taking samples from the 2013 exam. So, if you need help with your homework, there's Dial a Teacher Homework Helpline at 212-777-3380. That's 212-777-3380 from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Remember to watch our show, Math Time, on Tuesdays from 4:30 to 5 p.m. That's on Cablevision Iowa Digital Cable, Channel 15. Here's our first question. Leo bought a used car for X dollars. 1 year later, the value of the car was 0.88x. Which expression is another way to describe the change in the value of the car? All right, so we got a multiple choice question here. So let's take a look at what we got. So we got car was bought for X dollars, and later, 1 year later, it's only worth 0.88. So obviously the car went down in value, because if it was costing us $1 and now it's worth 88 cents, so it went down. So it went down in value. So let me take the difference of these two, and that'll give me 12 cents. So it went down 12 cents. Now we have choices here. It was decreased by, let's see, I see C and I see A. Now A is 0.12%. Now if I remember how to change a decimal to a percent, 0.12, all I have to do is move this decimal point over 2 places to the right, add a percent sign, and that would give me a percentage. So my answer would be C, 12%. So let's get C and drag it into our box, and that is our answer. So C would be correct. So here's what I did again. I took 1x minus 88x, which is the value that it was left over at the end of the year, which gave us a difference of 0.012x. And if I move the decimal point over 2 places to the right, that's 12% x of whatever the price was. So that's letter C. So that's just a little bit of dealing with decimals and percentages. Now don't be fooled with the 0.12%, because that looks like it could be the answer, but you got to be careful, because remember, when you move the decimal point to change this to a decimal, you have to move it over 2 places to the left, and this first one would be get my pen. This would be, if I can write on it, 0.0012, because we moved the decimal point 2 places over to the left. So that's not the same as 0.12. So be careful with that. So that could be a little tricky. All right, let's go on to our next question. Last week, Len spent $18 to bowl 4 games. This week he spent $27 to bowl 6 games. Len owns his own bowling ball and shoes, so he only has to pay for each game that he bowls. If each of these bowling games costs the same amount of money, what is the constants of proportionality between the money spent and the number of games played? So they're talking constants of proportionality, because he's bowling these games, and if we remember our notes on constants of proportionality, that's the unit rate, the cost for each unit. So we want to know how much does one game cost him? So if it's $18 for 4 games, that's about $4.50, $4.50. And if it's $27 for 6 games, that also gives us $4.50. So the constants of proportionality, or the cost of each game, would be $4.50, or 4.5. So let's drag that up, and that's our correct answer. So C would be the correct answer. So by remembering the unit rate, or constants of proportionality, which is the same thing, cost of one unit, cost of one game, is $4.50. So C is our correct answer. Good question. So check if you understand what we've done so far. If you're still uncertain, write down your questions, bring them in tomorrow. I'll be glad to answer them. If you need help with your homework, there's Dial the Teacher Homework Helpline at 212-777-3380 from 4 to 7 p.m. Don't forget to watch Math Time on Tuesdays from 4:30 to 5 p.m. on IO Digital Cablevision, Channel 15. So good luck on your state test this year. I hope you do well. And watch my videos to continue to review, and hopefully you'll get a good score. So this is Dr. Robinson signing off. I hope you enjoyed it and got something out of this. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.